Talk into the microphone.
Yo.
Hey.
Hey.
Really choke up on it. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like that? Get right up in there.
And
Eat that microphone.
I think we're both in frame. Hey, man. We are at Crossroads Mall. Welcome to Around the World in No Rush. We probably won't do this every time, but it is a travel program. So here we are traveling.
And we're here where you can travel the whole world.
Yeah, you can both.
Whoa. That's too much of a rush. We're around the world in no rush. What are you being all
I had to do
all
it to sync
speedy,
the
all
video and
speedy.
Stuff.
Okay.
This is
Okay, Mr. Science.
This is a very poorly run operation that I'm doing here. But this is where I wrote some of my earliest jokes. I watched a lot of people play giant chess here. I've eaten at almost all of the places here. The Papazzi that was once run by Russian people, then Mexican people, now has an Indian staff.
That's amazing. And never Italian. Never Italian.
Never Italian. Not while I've been around.
And you know, if it ever does become Italian run, that's it.
That's kind of the end.
That's we don't want that.
And now they have oven baked wings, which I feel like wings is a whole thing. Are they typically oven baked? No, I feel like they're fried.
Yes, typically they are fried.
Yeah.
There's something about a pizza oven that works very well for wings.
Oh, really?
What that is, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's
But that's
going on
the
there.
reason like all pizza places now have wings.
Did you get your book? Did you get your Alton Green cookbook?
Oh, yes, I did.
Where is it?
It's in the car.
Oh, you went to the car.
I went to the car.
Why would
Well,
you do-
honestly, it's because they don't do bags.
I like how I showed up about 30 minutes late, and then you took 1 minute to go put your book in the car. I'm like, how dare you?
And got here right when you were done setting up. Had perfect timing. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
What a waste of time.
You
we were going to do
are-
the whole show about this Alton Brown. I kind of now would have been great. We could have.
I would have loved
looked at it. We could have. The whole thing could have been, like, what podcast before has gone to Crossroads Mall, sat down, without spending any money on food in the food court.
I might get some food, by the way.
Well, yeah, but I mean, as of now,
At this point, yes,
everyone
right,
they're eyeing us.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You know, actually, I will finish that thought later. No, I'll finish it now.
You know,
What podcast has done that and gone over an Alton Brown cookbook and completely ignored the settings? That would have been something.
that would have been nice. I do wish I set us up on the stage. I feel like had
I thought you were going to.
had I set up
actually.
us out on the stage, people would have been like, wow, they're like doing a real show here.
I mean, the show is young.
Yeah.
You know, that could happen. Act 2, we'll see.
I like to think we're here now, and who knows, maybe in time we'll be over there on the stage.
I like to think that. And you know, one thing you really sold me on Crossroads Mall.
Really?
It's a weird place.
It's
and
really
I
strange.
Love it.
It's really strange.
I love it.
Characters welcome, TBS.
Yes. It's the TBS of malls.
Yeah, I think that Bellevue Square, we know drama, TNT.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Crossroads Mall, characters welcome, TBS.
Which one's FXX? What's Factoria?
Probably Factoria seems like USA. You know, they got burn notice, but it's like, come on, what are you doing over there?
Yeah.
You're called USA. Why would you do this?
Suits. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
They had Monk for a little bit.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true. Every time,
Monk was holding up that channel.
Yeah, they should just called it Monk.
They really should have. Did you ever watch Monk?
No, but I watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and Tony Shalhoub plays her dad.
That's right, yeah.
I'm not convinced that's not Monk. I think that
Sure.
that character is just Monk. And to me, it's the same universe.
Yeah, he time traveled
Yeah.
back to the 20s to
Yes.
father Miss Maisel.
I think so. I think that's a good crossover. I remember one of the things you told me about this mall.
Oh, yeah?
That the first time we came here,
Mhm.
I believe there was a gentleman who was walking around, shuffling even, I might say.
Okay.
And he had toilet paper
Oh, yeah.
stuck to the bottom of
Uh-huh.
his shoe. And you said, you know what I love about this mall? Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
No one judges him. No one judges him. He just fits right in here. Everybody just lets him be. And what's great is we are doing a truly weird thing.
Oh, yeah.
Of sitting at a table
with microphones
on the same side of I don't know if we were across the table, then people it's normal.
Well, I thought about that, but then I'm like, how am I going to set the camera up to get both of us like that?
Multicam.
This way, it
you
feels
only
like
have one bag to set
this
a mic
way.
on, or
It feels like
on.
we're on a road trip, and we're going nowhere though. It's just started. And
British
we're
road trip,
in a European car.
Yeah.
No, maybe it was a driver's ed British car. You know, I got my own wheel.
Oh, thanks for putting the brake on. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
I love Crossroads. I think that it is the bastion of intrigue and weirdness all thrown together for a place in the Pacific Northwest that could have been demolished and several Starbucks built instead. It has remained the same core weirdness that I knew it to be from day one. For those listening on audio, we are also filming this, and it will be on my YouTube channel. And if it gets more than 10 views, we'll do our own YouTube channel for the
You hear that?
show.
You know what to do. You know what to do, everybody.
Get 9 people to watch, Ryan.
Get 9 people. Yeah, Ryan. Watch it. I assumed Ryan was going to watch it 10 times.
Well, that works too. The algorithm,
Either way.
Either way.
He'll come up with different sign-ins. It'll be a thing.
You know what I do when I go to like the Apple Store? I go into their Macs. I really do it more when I'm at Best Buy. And I go on their PCs, and I create a new desktop, and I go to Pandora, create a fake account, type in Yogi Paliwal, watch an ad to listen to only this artist? Yes. And I put it on mute, and I change back to the original desktop. And I think when I do that, I earn an extra $3 that month off of DRM from Pandora sales.
That's a good hack.
If this place has a computer, I will log in. I will create a fake account. The fake account is actually the most fun part. I'm sure at some point Pandora's going to figure it out, but whoever they're selling ads to, they're going, our email list continues to grow.
I don't think they're like, I don't think you're super like high on their list of people taking money from them. So I think
Not yet.
You'll get there. But in the meantime, you're flying under the radar, I think. What I love is that we are doing this truly weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think one guy kind of gave us a side eye once for 5 seconds after about 10 minutes of this.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of like, okay, I guess that's what's going on. Like no one's judging us. No one's staring.
Almost as if after 2 minutes of us doing this, he was like, you know what? Maybe they do this all the time. I'm not here always. Maybe this is the thing that they do.
People think it's the Thursday night event.
It's a Thursday.
That's what they do.
It's Thursday night at Crossroads. There's a podcast that happens. What is it about? Not much.
It's about the moment, man.
It really is about the moment.
I feel we should spend some time exploring. Make it.
You want to make this thing mobile?
I mean,
we
maybe we should
that.
do a little. I was thinking just like we may get there, but like just kind of discussing the different options here. I mean, like you had a bit about this specific.
I had a lot of food court jokes.
Yeah.
I guess we could turn the camera. It doesn't have to be on us at the whole time to continue our weirdness. If
we
that's
could
something
do that.
You want me to do. Right now it's pointed at, I'd say about 5 o'clock. I could point it to 11 o'clock. You want me to do that?
Well, we should talk about this place behind us. What everybody's seeing here.
Oh yeah, La Porta Taqueria.
What Ryan has seen 10 times here. He'll notice a different thing each time. Have you been to this place?
I've been to the taqueria. Yeah, I love the nachos.
yeah.
I was gonna get to their nachos at some point in this episode.
Nachos are good.
If you had heard a story, I was gonna be like, I'm gonna get some nachos right now, so then the camera could see me order the nachos. Also, I like how you were like, oh, this is so weird, and I was like, let me up the ante by putting on the hood aspect of this. Clearly military. Thank you. Yes.
I'll join you.
Yes. 10 minutes in.
I'm gonna speak
Meyer.
I'm gonna speak Penny style. Here it is.
So this is grown up Kenny when he moves to Seattle.
That's right.
And just wears a black.
Who wears all black
coat.
and Eddie Bauer
Yeah.
hoodie.
Yeah, you're a Seattle guy.
You know,
No.
I stalked you in Half Price Books,
You did.
and I presumed you would see me, and you did not. And I followed you about 7 to 8 feet before you were like, "Oh, that's a person I know."
It took a while.
You had zero reaction.
Well, it's I took many turns, and I was like, okay, this guy's probably just happens to be trying to get through this this small corridor here.
Nope.
Half Price Books.
Incorrect.
He's probably looking for the bags which they don't have, which is why I ran that book to the car because I just felt weird walking around with a. I shouldn't feel weird about it.
Why would you feel weird
here.
about carrying a book?
I don't know.
You thought they'd give you a belt so you could tie them together.
I wanted
have
the
'em on your
cover to
back.
stay nice. You know, it's got a
Are
nice
you
dust cover
implying-
that's actually I think like a few millimeters just off.
Oh.
And I think that's why it's at Half Price Books.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you know what? $14.99 for
$14.99.
yeah, you can't afford not to. And I'm like, my wife likes Alton Brown. She likes that show. I got to get this. This is a gem. It was gonna be a Christmas present, but then I admitted on this podcast it cost $14.99.
Yeah, it's too low.
And I'm like, no, that can't be it. It was gonna be a large stocking stuffer. I was gonna just buy a very large stocking to put it in.
That's fun. Novelty stocking.
Do they do that? Do they do like full? I wanna get. And
They
I
do
kind of
anything.
hate. You're right.
If you
They
can dream
they
it, they'll do it. You just said my wife a moment ago, and it took everything in me to not go, my wife. And
Yeah.
I have decided to stop saying my wife in Borat voice, and instead I do you know what it sounds like if you ask for Wi-Fi at Sacha Baron Cohen's house? No? My Wi-Fi.
Nice.
My Wi-Fi is very fun for me.
If I told you about the deal that my wife and I have for saying that phrase.
No, I don't know about this.
I am wow, I'm surprised. I'm surprised it didn't come up when you were
It might have come up, I just
in
don't
my
listen.
very wedding. That's fair. Oh, okay.
Your
I was
wedding?
just talking again.
Your wedding is the last time I let myself get nearly as wrecked as I did back in those days, if you will. Maybe
Yeah,
your
it was-
bachelor party is more.
well, yeah.
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 I was
but
a
it
menace
was,
then. I was a menace.
We I get 3 my wives a
Okay.
year.
Wow.
It's unclear if that one counts or not.
Well, you're not doing it to her.
It's
Unless she
still
listens to the show.
she won't.
She won't.
So yeah.
So there you go. Yeah.
She so it's fine.
It is very nice to know that there's a place I can say things and nobody I care about will listen. In a weird way, this is therapy, but only in the fact that I know nobody that loves me wholeheartedly will ever go 13 minutes into this episode.
That's you know, that's the true solution to mental health. I think we're getting to. Everyone
so.
is just going to have a podcast.
You know,
And it's just it's more approachable than trying to get your insurance to cover.
well,
a
this is the
therapist.
beginning. I mean, you know, people think, oh, I have to do a podcast in a studio. I have to do it in some sort of closed environment. Not necessarily.
Mm-mm.
You can do it at Crossroads Mall.
You can look.
And if you choose to do it at Crossroads Mall, let us know.
Yeah.
Call us up and let us know that we inspired you to do something that, while you're doing it, you weren't that comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
But it is pretty liberating to do something
Yeah.
truly benign but also bizarre and have a world of people just 100% ignore you.
Yeah.
Like, if
I-
all of these people listened once, we would be maybe the most successful podcast out of Crossroads Mall.
Oh, well. Let's not go too far.
This may
I
be...
want Crossroads to have their own podcast.
I mean, this may
And I
be
want us to get on that
the
podcast.
first and potentially last podcast ever done in this mall ever.
Yeah.
I've made eye contact with someone, and I nodded my head, and they looked away.
I'm pretty sure the guy who I thought was like kind of side eyeing us here.
Uh-huh.
I think he might have just been looking at the menu behind us.
Oh, that could be the case.
I think he was
Yeah.
just kind of like, and he was like,
Yeah.
Looks like they have good nachos.
You
I
know,
should maybe try that out.
A lot of people don't know. The Crossroads Food Court Mall, people come here hungry, they leave here happy. And that's what America's all about. Come here hungry, leave happy.
I came here happy.
Oh, and you're leaving hungry.
Apparently.
Oh, wow.
Well, if I come here happy, because I wasn't hungry when I came here.
You came here happy.
But I was happy.
And you left hungry.
Are they going to say, well, fine, then you're going to leave here hungry?
Well, you bought a cooking book.
Oh my God, you're right. I will leave here hungry. Hungry for all the wonderful good eats recipes that there are.
You know, I am not a big boba fan. You a big boba guy?
No, I kind of like the concept of it. I used to dabble a bit. I don't really do sugary drinks.
Oh, sodas?
Well, I think we've been down that road before. Let's just redo the whole.
Oh my goodness!
Let's just redo that whole
my
episode.
Goodness. Yeah, I mean,
say we're doing that. We're doing it
doing
again.
that
We're doing
again.
it live, but for an audience who
Louise.
could not care less that we're here.
Hi, can you sponsor our podcast? Yeah, what do you need? We need a glass of each of your sodas. I mean, they're from the gun. That's more than fine.
That reminds me of when you were in Alaska and you sent me a video of you going through the furthest north drive-through.
The most
northern
drive-through of Taco Bell in the United States. Yeah,
and the way you said that, like you're driving through there as one does,
of course,
in such a place.
Yeah,
and I just remember you saying,
"Northernmost Taco Bell."
Now everybody be thinking, why are you eating at the Taco Bell in Alaska? It's the northernmost. The most north. You cannot buy Taco Bell any more north than this. Yum Foods does not have a location more north than if you want Baja Blast from the gun. Anywhere north from here, you cannot
not any further north than this.
End of discussion.
Like, who calls it the gun?
I call it the gun.
I know, and I love it.
Because what is that nozzle nonsense? It's a gun.
It's a gun.
It's a gun.
It's a gun. I kind of like the hose.
I mean, the hose is nice, but
I want it to be.
It's not a gun.
Also, I want it to roll up, and I want they have to go. It's like go out back, and get your soda. It's from a faucet that goes through a green hose.
Yeah, if you're drinking from the
and
hose,
you
you're
can
outside.
take it 20 to 30 feet away from the back of into our yard.
Yeah, that
If
tracks.
it's really hot, you can spray yourself down with it.
Spray yourself down with a hose, eh? The soda hose.
That's what I want out of Baja Blast.
That's what you, oh man.
Wow, we're spending a lot of time just on
On
recent
soda.
episodes talking about Baja Blast.
You know, because this is a video, I'll include the clip that you're referring to so that the audience has slightly more context.
Baja's Blast, sorry.
Were you a big Baja Blast guy?
No, I just find it to be ridiculous, and that's why I reference it a lot.
My wife, when she worked at a gas station, people would make their own Baja Blast. You know what they would do? Blue Powerade with some Mountain Dew.
Is that all it takes?
I mean, you know, a gas station Powerade. A gas station Baja Blast. If you don't want to go to Taco Bell. If you're too north. If you're
too far north. If you're north of Fairbanks, Alaska, and you really need some.
I wonder what
but can't get it from the gun.
The southernmost Taco Bell in the United States is. Do you think that one in Puerto Rico?
Or Hawaii?
Hawaii.
Let's see.
Hawaii.
Let's
now I have.
see.
Yeah, go ahead and look it up.
To the bottom of this.
I got a reason to go to Hawaii now, ladies and gentlemen.
Have you been?
I've been, but not to the Hawaii Taco Bell, which is the only reason I go at this point.
Why not? Why?
I don't care for Hawaii, and they got all them fires. Meyer, I'm a real G. I'm not trying to fucking hang out with no fucking Hawaiians, some white ass Hawaiians.
Taco Bell near Hawaii.
Aloha my nuts. Yeah, that's
all right. That's further south. That appears to be further south.
Because Baja California is Mexico.
Oh, is Puerto Rico? Man, is Puerto Rico?
It's
hard
a little
to tell
close.
From here. Now, is there a better way to do this? Definitely. Am I going to? No.
No. I think Hawaii.
I'm going to eyeball it on a Google map.
I mean, there's more Taco Bells outside of the continental U.S.
We're sticking with in states.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so
Puerto
no Puerto
Rico.
Sorry.
I know it's an injustice, and of the many reasons it's an injustice, Puerto Rico is not one of these United States. Probably the biggest is they do not get counted for the South Taco Bell. Also, I don't know if there's a Taco Bell there. That is the second thing I will do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a
Look at us
correction.
traveling.
The Indians do not own the Papazzi. They are merely an employee. The Hispanic family that has run it from back in the day, the lady is still there, and she's giving them the ropes. Meyer, look at this. They're doing some quality employee-employer bonding right there.
Wow.
She's like, hey, look at that thing. And he's like, oh, I'm looking over. Something's going on. I turn the
big.
camera around, but it's just for Meyer and I, you know? Okay.
You get to watch our reaction videos are all the rage.
That's true.
Near Puerto Rico. Taco Bell's near Puerto Rico. Do we? Oh, we have
There's
them
so many
on-
Taco Bells in Puerto Rico.
Wow.
That's disgusting.
Wow.
There's literally like 30.
There-
Literally like
oh my
15.
God.
No, I'm more than 15.
This is just
Wow.
This is just San Juan.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that.
Here, screenshot it and then send it to me. I'll put it up in
That's
there.
better.
Yeah.
That's better.
I am the
Wow.
technical prowess of this program.
What you mean that there are better technical ways to do things than just put it in front of the camera on a phone? It's probably out of focus.
All
that I
right, we
can't
only
tell
do
if
30-minute
it is or isn't.
episodes. So am I
That's
getting?
true.
Do you want nachos? What do you want? You want nachos or a slice of pie?
There's a world
Oh
of
my
foods here.
goodness.
I don't even know, like we've got the
describe
Thai
food.
cuisine there.
Uh-huh.
We've got the Island Grill. Like, before we wrap this
correction,
one up,
it's Island Barbecue Grill, and it also says Aloha. Look at the sign above the sign.
that is my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I should
you
have
got it.
looked.
But we have Chinese kitchen rice and
above.
noodles. Got a Boba Express. Alex already nixed that.
Yeah, sweet drinks.
Mediterranean
Unless it
Grill,
has alcohol, I don't do it.
Ebru, and then we got a Chakra, authentic
What are-
Indian.
What are your?
Pho,
we have-
Vietnamese cuisine, and a Crossroads Italiano, formerly Ziti Pasta.
We have.
They
we
used
have
to be
two
over on the other
Indian
side.
places here.
Yeah. I mean, the Indians are taking over. It's a whole thing. And there's actually another Asian place, Mini Moon Dumplings, about to open up.
Wow.
Asians are taking over Crossroads, dog.
And the mochi nut.
That's right.
Out front?
Yeah. But there's also a Korean barbecue way up there with sushi.
That's great.
Yeah. And
This is
papazzi.
great. What are your power rankings?
Portuguese here, they're Russia. So Asia's all over this motherfucker.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
That's true.
What are my power rankings?
Power rankings.
I've eaten the most at Papazzi's. Second, although they're called Crossroads Italiano, they were Ziti back in the day. And then La Porta Taqueria used to be Torero's. I've messed with the Island Grill a little bit. But I don't know. I don't mess with that. There used to be a Wizards of the Coast over there. I used to go there a lot.
There was a what?
A Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, there was Wizards
Yeah.
of the Coast.
Yeah. Back in the day. And it had a
Oh,
giant
that was-
crow coming out of its sign.
I
I really
remember seeing those in
messed with it.
malls.
Yeah. All right. What do you want? You want any nachos? If I got nachos, would you have a nacho?
I'll have a nacho if you're getting
If
nachos.
I got
What's-
nachos. Would you have a notch or would you have a nacho? Is it notch? What's the correct? What's the correct
I would
thing?
have just an atch.
Okay.
just
You want
an
you want
atch.
some to drink?
Now here's what I want to know. Here's the
I'm
important
trying to
part.
eat on the show. I feel like you're not.
Yeah, well,
comprehending
no,
this.
it's related.
Okay.
And part of this when I talk.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about this mall.
Uh-huh.
Does this mall have a crafting store in it?
Oh.
No,
Oh.
it has two. It has two. Joanne's? You a Joanne's girl? You a Michael's man?
Uh-huh.
You got them both.
That's right.
And the thing, they coexist here.
Yeah.
And there's not the Joanne's crowd going over and turning their nose up
No.
at the Michael's crowd, or the Michael like, oh, you're gonna limit yourself to just fabrics.
That's right.
Huh? Don't
That's
you
right.
want weird things made of foam?
And smells you can't identify.
Oh my God, you've identified the unidentifiable thing.
Oh yeah.
That makes it just feel a little
Uh-huh.
off when I
Uh-huh.
go to Michael's.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It is like, what is that smell?
smell?
Oh right, nothing nothing
That's right.
here is natural.
Well, look,
It's
it's a gender fluid crafting situation. Whether you're Michael
that-
or
that's-
Joanne,
yeah, that's beautiful.
We'll take you we'll take it
and
all.
that's what I love. I love that about it.
Mhm.
I love that there is an urgent care in this mall.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You can. I'm gonna switch microphones here. So Yogi just left. He didn't say anything. So I'm just gonna have this. Is probably going to annoy him later when he's editing this. Like currently, if you're watching, you can see I'm using both microphones right now. I'm double fisting the audio here. And I don't know. That's probably just fine. But maybe it's annoying. I don't know. But you know what? He just got up. And he's not here to hear me say what I want about this place. There's you could walk directly into a QFC. You walk directly into a grocery store from this mall, and maybe that's just unusual here. I think that's unusual everywhere. I don't think that's a normal thing to happen at malls. Here we go. We're queuing. We're number 21. I was talking about how there's a QFC here. I was going to ask you earlier.
Quality Food Center.
Could I, in theory?
Yeah.
Could I just say, oh, well, you're getting nachos, so am I, and then I run over to QFC, I get some Tostitos and a jar of queso, and say, let's compare.
They used to have a microwave around the corner.
So they really
you
were.
really could have.
They really were.
You really. I mean, that's the thing. Crossroads has options. Genuinely, it allows you to do such ludicrous things.
I think that's why this mall is surviving when others are not. And I really, this truly is a community space.
Can I correct you there? I think this mall is thriving. Why other malls?
Yes,
it's okay.
Yes, you're right.
You know what I mean, though?
You know what's real dumb in my mind. I was trying to make it sound better, and I almost said, even though I meant the opposite of this. I think that's why this mall is surviving while other malls are thriving.
Oh my goodness, Meyer.
I was going to. I should have said. I should have gone with that and just said that's why this mall is surviving while others are thriving. Not.
Are you enjoying
to
this?
go back to Borat?
Oh, that's nice. That's pretty good. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
They got it. You got it. This guy.
I'm like really enjoying this.
I am too.
To a level where
expectations.
I really wish I could do every episode like this with you, because there's something about it that is very intoxicating. The amount that people are avoiding us, the amount that I feel as if I could do this every day and they wouldn't stop me. There is a power of doing a podcast in public and having genuinely nobody look around or give a shit is just true.
That's why I had to get a picture
utterly just
earlier.
Just insane. It's so nice.
It is. So what are we doing here? Are we going to wait on these nachos? Are we going to take a break? Are we going to wrap this up?
No. I think once the nachos arrive,
that's true. We now cut audio when Mexican food arrives.
This is the second time we're recording where Mexican food's involved.
On the east side, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Last time
you were best fasting. Place for Mexican food.
What'd you have that day? Enchilada?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it was enchilada. I had to fast for
medical reasons. Court ordered
medical reasons. Court ordered religious medical reasons is what it was. And for Instagram. It was really for all of it. But it was just I had like a late in the day appointment, which they'll tell you, no, that's not when you want to do it. Then you got to fast all day. And which I say, hey, I prefer to sleep in, and I don't want to have to think about things in the morning.
That makes sense.
I don't care. And I was famished.
Yeah, you were
that
beat.
Just seemed to be the place.
And I remember I ordered coffee because I just woken up, and you got coffee as well. And remember we both drank it with kind of like is coffee from a Mexican restaurant okay? Like, not as in like good quality or like safe, but just kind of like, is drinking this before I eat hot Mexican food going to mess my stomach up for the rest of the day?
I think that you're past the point of no return.
You really are.
So why not just live it up? Why not go all in and make it worthwhile? Just like I'm doing by standing in the most, or sitting in the most neurotypical fashion.
Is this the most neurotypical with your 90-degree arm?
I'm just trying to see what I can get away with here, you know? Like, I want to see how accepted I can be. And then I can do a little bit of that, a little tickling, a little elbow tickle. That doesn't work. Okay, well that worked. That was a charm tickle. Honestly, physically, nothing. But man, those eyes just giggling into my face. You have a giggle about your eyes.
I do have a giggle.
Menacing and beautiful.
Am I intimidating?
You are delightfully intimidating.
Oh, but be honest though, like I've had to yell at a few people over the last few weeks. I mean, honestly, last year, and I have left all interactions going, I think I am scaring people.
I mean, the yelling might be a common thread
Well,
there.
you know,
So I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's just am I intimidating? Like, oh, I don't know, just your general presence. Well, yeah, I've been yelling at people a lot, and I feel like I'm yeah. Hey, oh my God. Oh boy. Oh man. I should have had him take the camera. We're going to miss it out. He's going. I think you can see. Oh, no, you can't see it. He's going. He's picking it up. There appears to be. They're asking him questions. I didn't think there would be questions. It appears sauces. They want to see what kind of sauces he needs. He's got it. Questioning is over. He has nachos. The nachos have landed.
I genuinely
Oh, man.
forgot that we were doing this. That's how excited I was for the nachos.
Oh, this
And when I
smells great.
looked back at you and you were looking at me talking, I was like, who the fuck is that guy?
The only person to have judged me the entire time
I was like,
for recording a
I
podcast
was like,
here's
why
my
is this guy
co-host.
looking at me talking? I was so confused.
Oh,
They look good.
this looks gross. Look at that.
Okay,
I don't want to spill it, but
Nachos from La Puerta Taqueria,
yeah.
5 out of 5. Okay, well, this has been Around the World No Rush Crossroads edition. Thank you for tuning in and listening on the ears, on the airs, listening with your ears on the air.
On the air.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
And Ryan, enjoy the next 9 watches.
Yeah. I think that's everything.
All right.
You good?
Oh, well, I'm good to eat.
How do you feel about
I'm
this?
gonna leave
Yeah?
here, not just happy,
Nacho happy.
not so happy,
Okay, all right.
not hungry,
Not hungry,
but hungry for more
but happy.
beautiful community that is Crossroads.
I really thought that my happy hungry thing was surprisingly good. I was.
It was.
I took it as like it was honestly maybe one of the best things I had ever done up to this point, and maybe ever.
You should stop.
And it's something that I will do for the rest of my time. All right, that's it.
My